Hey everybody, Sean here from Shootie School. The new Fusion EZX, which is a sound expansion for EZdrummer 3, also compatible with 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗟𝗧𝗏. It's simply a monster. So let's check it out. This EZX is 15 gigabytes. It wins the most toms in an EZX award. It's got 5 kits. Each one of those kits all have 7 toms, 4 octabands, and 1 gong bass drum, so that's 12 tom-like drums in a single EZX. You'd have to use an SDX for 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗟𝗏 3 just to get a configuration close to this. One of the Area 33 SDXs, Fields of Rock, Hitmaker, or Hansa. Now, octabands, we don't see those in EZXs except for reggae. There's 2 of them in reggae, and those really have a particular sound for the genre. So this is kind of the first time we see octabands, and there's 4 of them. So there's 2 independent snare slots. A lot of EZdrummers will be happy about that. There's 2 chinas. I really like the sound of these chinas, and there's 3 splashes. To top that off, there's some special articulations to check out. If you simply like the sounds of this EZX, it's going to be your go-to EZX until further notice because it's super versatile and it has a ton of content. There's 26 drums and mixer presets. Now, 6 of those presets have isolated kick and snare mics. Never mind all 12 of the tom-like drums. Those are all isolated too. It's absolutely nuts. I mean, is this like the future of EZXs? That would be sweet, Toontrack. Keep it coming, keep it coming. This was all recorded at School Farm Studios in Essex, England on an SSL console by Stefano Civetta. And it was drummed by Pete Riley. Now, there's only 5 songs, but this is some super unique drumming. I know I say that all the time, but this one's pretty sick. There's just octaband grooves, there's some cowbell grooves, there's some crazy ghost note magic happening, plus there's a full song in 7/8. Let's check out the kicks and the snares real quick, just so the audio enthusiasts are happy and squared away. Then we'll check out a couple articulations before we kick back and listen to the sounds and the songs. I'm going to select original mix just so we're hearing like the most natural dry sounds that Fusion EZX has to offer. Remember, all these sounds we're about to hear are going to sound very different depending on what preset we have selected. I'm going to select the main snare drum, and instead of me talking through this whole thing, pronouncing all these product names, I'll just zoom in so you can read them yourself. Here we go. Check out the side snare. Kick drum. So there's all your kicks and snares. These 2 names are cut off a little bit. That last one's alternative damping, and the last one's no front head. Let's do a quick overview of the articulations. Now, when it comes to splashes and extra percussion like the octave bands and the gong drum, and sometimes China, we only see one single articulation with a kick drum as well. So that's typical, nothing to cry about. Now, typical with Generation 3 EZXs, and by that I just mean an EZX that's so new it was released after EZdrummer 3. On the cymbals, we have an extra articulation, which is awesome. Not only a crash, but a bow. And with the toms, we have 3 articulations. We have a center hit, a rim shot hit, and a rim only. Sometimes that rim shot sounds really drastic. Sometimes it doesn't. Depends on the product. The cowbell has an extra articulation. Now check this out. I think this is super cool. This stack cymbal over here, 3 articulations. I don't even know if Superior does that with stacks. Correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comments. We have a crash, but look, we have a bow tip on a stack. That sounds so weird, man. That sizzles and wobbles, and there's a bow shank as well. Very cool. The China has more than one articulation in this EZX. Also has a bow tip. Cool little charming touch to it. And now, what's fantastic, this is usually my go-to right out of the gate, is are there only 3 articulations on the ride? 3 is standard. 2 happens now and then, but more than 3 is special. Here we have more than 3. We have bow tip, bow shank, bell, and edge. Hi-hats, typical stuff, just all the open, the close, the edge, and the tip of the stick. Now, when it comes to the snares, this is also another unique area besides what the ride and the stack has to offer. Check this out. I've never read this before. Correct me if I'm wrong below. Shallow rim shot. I've never read that in the Toontrack product, so that's unique too. So there's a couple really cool surprises here. Anyway, we got center, edge, rim shot, shallow rim shot. It's a cool knocking effect there. Side stick and rim only. And of course, whenever there's a second snare on a kit, it always has less articulations. But in this case, we have more than 2, which is cool. Center, rim shot, rim only. So I don't think I missed anything, and the work has been done on this EZX. We saw some special stuff here. Check out ShootieSchool.com for my drums tab course, and it's relevant that I bring it up right now. You're about to see in a minute, but the course I do helps you get your own custom drum sound on the drums tab, but also talks about how the drums tab relates to the mixer tab. It's a super back and forth. And the reason why I bring that up now is because what I'm about to say now might go over a new user's head, and that's all right. Don't worry about it. It's EZdrummer. Just load up a preset, click some buttons, have some fun with it. But for advanced users, I want to show you an advanced workflow. If we go up to the presets menu and skip the presets and check out clean kits, look, here's the 5 kits that come with the product, and here's just a couple different variations. These variations are tiny. It just swaps out like the kick and the snare, for example. Now, if we go further down the presets menu, here's a drum kits menu. It looks almost the same. It's a hair different, just a few less presets, but here's the same 5 kits right here. And the alternate version just has a different kick and the snare. So let me click on Realization Original. It loads up the Realization kit. And let's look at the mixer tab. I'm not going to count these channels in front of you, but just visually look at that. That's how many channels you get on the mixer tab. And here's what it sounds like. Now, this channel count or the routing, it's kind of limited. It's pretty good, but it's a little limited. No kick mics, no snare mics. The toms are bust, the octave bands are bust, and so on and so forth. Now, if I go under drum kits, and I select Realization in 3, 2, 1. Nothing's changed. We still have the same layout here. Let's listen to the sound. It's probably identical. I'm not going to do a scientific test. Check this out. Go to Original Mix. Now look at our channel layout. Huge, right? Everything's isolated. Every option. It's a beautiful thing. Now load a drum kit, not a clean kits preset. Load the drum kit you want on top of this Realization. Now listen. Sounds identical, except look at all your options. So knowing to do that and thinking like that on a regular basis, that's what you might get under my drums tab course. But let's move on and listen to the 5 different drum kits that were recorded in this product. And what I did was I hopped in the grid editor and I just made a generic beat that hits every single instrument on the kit, so you can hear every single instrument on every single drum kit. And if you like how I get around on the grid editor and you want to know as much as I do about it, check out my grid editor course as well at ShootieSchool.com. Before we go, let's check out every single song and every single preset. So that's the Fusion EZX. I think it's absolutely amazing. And if you disagree with me, that means you have a different opinion and standard than I do. And it figures because it's YouTube. But it's a monster. It's really a special EZX, I think. I'm Sean from Shootie School. Check out ShootieSchool.com for hundreds of free videos just like this one. I have a Facebook and Discord support group. I try to go down there daily and support users just like yourself. Check out ShootieSchool.com for complete courses. Rock on.